no chaser. It is time to see what these cars and what these teams are going to do. It's on again. It's another week of racing, another week of Formula One. We are on for another week of qualifying. Tell you what, indeed, YouTube can get on my damn nerves. I can tell you that. So what's going on, everybody? Big shout out to you. No matter where you are in the world, we're trying to get this on, get this popping. Right now, YouTube acting crazy. It's really getting on my nerves. As long as y'all can hear me, if y'all can hear me, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. It seems that YouTube is starting to be so unreliable. So unreliable. I'm telling you, like, YouTube is starting to be so unreliable. It's not even funny. Like, they really need to get their situation together. As content creators, it's not a good situation for us, what they got going on. But as long as y'all can hear, see me, everything is good, then let me know. If not, we'll go ahead and start another stream, which I would hate to do. But yeah, let's just get this popping. It seems like, I'm telling you, it's going to be another weekend of turmoil, another weekend of situations not really turning out so great for Mercedes right now. But, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to have to keep developing. They're going to have to keep working on this car. They're going to have to, keep trying to find a way to find pace and fine-tune this car until it becomes highly competitive. So big shout out for all the sound checks in the chat. That's what they're going to have to do right now. Okay, so like getting on to the whole situation about the prototype and all this. Basically, if they have another car they're working on, if things are that bad, they're going to have to bring that variation of that car in sooner than they would want to. And I don't think that that's something that Mercedes want to do. And there's a lot of other things going on right now. Look, we got things going on with Haas right now. Like, if you thought that this season was going to be boring, it's really not a boring season. It's not really a boring season. Look at the situation we got going on with Haas, right? We got Haas sitting up here with all type of issues, with their hand being caught in the cookie jar or not, with Russia and the sanctions and things still stemming back from last season. And also, don't forget, toward the end of this month, we're coming up to where all the documents are going to be due for the 2022 cost cap. Like, did these teams stick to their cost cap? Like, all of that is still coming up. So these are things that are going to be taking place. These are things that we're going to be on the lookout for. These are things that are going to come up. And then in April, we should find out who breached the cost cap, if anybody breached the cost cap. Then now we got Ferrari. Remember I made that video talking about the challenges of 2023. Remember that? I made the allocations video, and I was talking about all the situations that could possibly go on as far as with the 2023. And we talked about this. And one of the things that we talked about in regards to that situation was allocations. Okay, I made that video. I made that video like last year sometime. And we talked about allocations. And in those allocations, I said that I thought the teams were going to start breaching their allocations or going over their allocations before mid-season even. And that's pretty much what we got going on. Like, mid-season, like, it's the beginning of the season. We already got teams taking penalties for going over their allocations as far as their power units. It's an electronic control system, but, so it's not per se a MGUH, MGK, PUE, but they're already taking penalties. All right, so I said we got more races. They didn't adjust the allocations as far as what they were going to be allotted to have, but you're going to add more races, which inevitably is more wear and tear on these vehicles, on these cars, and then you're expecting them to use the same parts throughout pretty much a prolonged season. Like, now, like, I understand they decreased testing, right? So they took that week out of testing, but that really wasn't a benefit. That really wasn't a benefit for the team to do that. That didn't help the teams. That really kind of hurt more the teams. And then, so it's really like a double negative to me. You decrease testing so they have less time to understand the cars before going into the season. By the way, we got 7 minutes before we enter into qualifying. And then you didn't extend, or you didn't add to the allotment that they have as far as their power units, their parts. So now they got, it's not a good situation. And now that's where we're seeing that these teams, especially Ferrari, are running into issue. Charles is taking a grid penalty in the second race of the season. He started off, if you were one of the people that thought, hey, Charles and Haas, or Charles and Ferrari is a better place for Lewis Hamilton to be than Mercedes, you got to be saying right now that probably is not correct. You probably should be saying that that's not correct at this point in time. I definitely think that at this point in time, you should probably feel that that's not a correct assessment. You could say like Ferrari might be the third fastest team, but not even that would be correct based off if we take on average what we saw from practice. It didn't look like that. And they're having problems. All right. And this track is going to it's a fast track. And so you got a lot of traffic running up on each other at Jetta. But during the race, Red Bull's not going to have this issue. They're going to be so far out in front, it's not going to be a problem. Turn 22 is definitely going to be a challenge for these teams. So we're going to see what happens with them with that. And also, do not forget, we will be doing kickback quality trivia. I got all the questions right here. Remember, the first person to get 3 answers. Now, listen, the way it works is this. Okay, I'm going to give these instructions before we even get into qualifying because we still have 5 minutes. The way it works is this, okay? You have to answer via Super Chat, all right? You answer it doesn't matter the amount. It could be 50 cents. It could be 99 cents, whatever. It could be $1. Have to answer via Super Chat. Now, just because one person or 2 or 3 people all get an answer doesn't mean you're out. You can steal these questions, okay? You can keep them at bay. If you're faster than them to get your answer in, you can keep them at bay and you could take the game. At the end of the game, whoever gets 3 first, last week, Will Harris, big shout out to him. He won. He got his gift card. Sunday for the race, for finale lap, I will spin the wheel for you to receive a $25 or a $50 gift card. Okay, that's what we got popping. That's what we're going to be doing. So get ready for all of that to have a good time as far as that's concerned. And yeah, we're gonna roll it in. So I got the questions here. I'm not gonna show all the questions, but we got like 2 pages, so we should have enough to get us through there. And now they're getting ready to get into the show. We're 4 minutes off from qualifying. And Aston Martin is looking strong once again. Ferrari not looking so strong. Ferrari not looking like that team. Mercedes not looking as strong as some may have thought they would have coming into this race, given that they had announced like the changes they were going to do, the updates that they were going to bring. I think that a lot of people probably thought they would see a bit better. Now, listen, there's all this talk right now about them turning motors up. All right, there's a lot of talk about them turning motors up. We're going to see about all that when it comes to them supposedly turning motors up, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's a lot to be turned up. I honestly don't. I don't think that there's a lot to be turned up. I think if you see something turned up, maybe you'll see a couple of tenths. Maybe you'll see a couple of tenths, but I don't think you should expect to see like an all-out full second, especially from Mercedes. I don't think you're going to see anything close to that. Not anything close to that. Not one bit. We got 3 minutes before qualifying kicks off and we're going to be in here. But yeah, and then now we got Russia with the whole drone situation. So that's a bad thing for Haas. It came at a not so good time for them, given that they just had this news announced. Now, they did say that the reports were inaccurate and all that, but when it comes down to it, where there's smoke, there's fire. So evidently there's some type of discrepancy that exists. Now, one thing I do like about Jetta is the nighttime. The track is awesome when it's lit up. I do like it. Remember what I say. I don't like to say I love anything that can't love me back. So I do like it. I do like that the track is lit up. It does look good at night. It looks better further away than it does actually on track. The skylight, like the sky view shot of that track is awesome. And it's going to be a different. Another thing that I do like, and I'm probably pretty sure the engineers and drivers is a bit challenging, is the point that when they typically do a lot of their free practice to the point where they go into qualifying, the track characteristics are different. Track temperatures are different. So that means the way the tires react to the ground, the concrete, the heat up, all of that stuff changes in variables to where now they're dealing under different conditions and have to now understand how they're going to run things going into qualifying, make those changes before those cars go into Parc Ferme, and there will be nothing that can be done even more so going into the race. This is not a sprint weekend, so that's good. We don't have to worry about the sprint. I'm really not too thrilled about the increased number of sprints either. We got 2 minutes, 1 minute and 59 seconds, and we're going to be in qualifying. I'm going to bring our race leader boards up. I'm going to bring everything up for us to see everything that's going on, segments, sectors, tires, times. We're going to get it in, okay? And I'm telling you, Max Verstappen was looking hella good, and that Red Bull looking, it's looking strong. Now, could it be quite possible that Red Bull hit a development block at some point of the season? Other teams start progressing, maybe close the gap some, and we see a closer race or challenging of Red Bull later on in the season. Yeah, sure, that could be possible. Do I think it's likely at this time? It doesn't seem likely, but it's still a very big possibility. Remember, we had 26 races, 23, 26 races, but 24 races, but we're only 2 rounds in. So I think a lot of people should chill out and calm down. Don't overreact. It's 2 races. Now, I do understand the way Mercedes is starting off, the way Ferrari is starting off, it's not looking good. But please keep in mind, last season, when Red Bull started off, it wasn't looking good for them in 2022. They started off with DNFs, reliability issues, and failures. That's how they started off. The first few races of the season were not kind to them. And then after that, things took off. It's not hard to even think about or fathom that Ferrari could be in the same situation. Now, up until this point, Ferrari was that team. Oh, it's game time. It's about to be game time. We about to get it in 15 seconds. Let's get ready to pop this thing up so we can see these times. Let me get these boards ready and bring them over. It's about to be game time. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and we are about to be in here for qualifying round 2 at Jeddah, the Saudi GP. Let's get it. I am very excited about this. Let's get this live timing up. Let me get these sectors up. This is, listen, another thing that I've been looking into is what's going to happen over at AlphaTauri, because right now, De Vries is not having the best luck with his situation. He's got all types of issues going on with his car. Of course, we got to see how Formula One crews actually do it, and they got that car, the power unit, the transmission, they got everything done up. So that was miraculous in itself to always see how elite mechanics work on these cars and get things done. And they got it done, but still keep in mind, my man didn't have a lot of time. He didn't have a lot of practice. He didn't have a lot of track time. So he's going to hopefully be getting his in now. Sargent doing well. Albon doing well. Team Williams doing well. Another team that was in trouble with the cost cap situation as of last season. Also doing well in that. So that is something that is cool to see. It's cool to see. It's not cool to think about the fact that they breached the cost cap in order to do it, but it's still cool to see Williams, which is one of the teams that I've definitely been looking forward to actually make some type of run or some type of life breathed into them in a season. And right now, starting off at the very beginning of this season, it's looking like they are doing that. So I like that. Albon, definitely remember going back to testing. Racer Ream, big shout out for the super chat. Got another VIP box up here. The other VIP box is already packed up for Jesse James Bell. It will be shipping out by Monday to him. Congratulations, sir. Your VIP box is stacked, packed, and zipped up and ready to go. By the way, the new apparel that's going to be dropping, the samples got here today. I'm going to be looking at those, Packaging is here. We're still working on integration. That's going to be on the YouTube soon for everybody to purchase, working on international shipping and all that good stuff. Our board is getting lit up. By the way, you see the colors on the board. Just keep those colors in mind, all right? It's coming. It's coming really soon. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited for you all to see it. So let's see how these teams, how these cars do. Right now, we got Sargent, we got Norris popping up with some purple sectors in 2 and 3. Let's see who can go ahead and claim that sector 1. And Albon claims sector 1. So that's cool as hell. Albon, Norris, Sargent. Listen, Sargent is proven right now to be a better rook than De Vries and the child who caused all the mess between two houses as far as a custody dispute, Oscar Piastri. Logan Sargent is doing his thing. Bro is he's hanging in there. Albon is still showing that he's the senior, but Logan he came in nice. I'll say that. De Vries is out on track for AlphaTauri. We're gonna get into them. Just do it. Oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. Looks like we got some issues. Probably hot brakes right there is what you see from the smoke. But we got an AlphaTauri right there off track. Turn 22 have been giving these drivers some issues. So it's going to be interesting to see while they're pushing it, got the engines turned up, what kind of problems they have negotiating that turn 22. That's going to be something that's going to be interesting for us to see. So we're going to see how that goes with them. As you see right there, keeping that car on track, Albon negotiated turn 22 nicely right there. He did a real good job right there. Williams is looking good coming around the track. Like, I think to me, that car's looking awesome coming around the track. It's looking steady. It's looking firm. It's looking like the drivers are comfortable with it. If they weren't, I don't think they would be doing as decent job as they are doing. Like, let's keep things in perspective. Does that Williams car have a steering wheel all in one? Because, you know, up until now, we've been used to seeing Williams with the detached cluster display from the steering wheel. So are you telling me they all in with the F1 steering wheels now? Let me find out. Williams then took a little money and splurged on the steering wheels for the drivers. Up until now, they had a similar setup like I had on the go-kart. Like, no bullshit. Williams was running like a go-kart setup. Ooh, De Vries coming in hot. Pow. That was De Vries coming in hot, spinning off. Damn, putting a lot of flat spots in that tire. Ooh, that's bad right there. He definitely, he didn't do that well, but at least he saved the car. He didn't wreck it up. He didn't wreck up that car, and that's good because he just got that thing fixed, and it would have been horrible for him to wreck that thing and have to, oh my gosh. I could only imagine, I'd be one of them. Like, I'm kicking that up. Yuki will probably, underneath, Yuki probably would be like that because Yuki wants to make sure that he is the man at AlphaTauri. He didn't want De Vries to come in. Like, let's be real. Like, he's keeping it cool. They keeping it cordial. They probably don't even have beef. But inside, Yuki, I'm sure, is like, nah, I ain't trying to have this dude come in and just run it up and then make me look like I'm somebody's rookie when he really the rookie up in here. I do believe Yuki feels that way. I do also believe that might be a motivation for him to improve himself and to make less hasty decisions that cost him situations last season. So I think De Vries coming in motivated Yuki, and then Yuki definitely answered to that so far. We're going to see what happens in round 2. Now, if De Vries goes 3 races, Galacticus is already going to be on his butt. Galacticus said that man got 3 races to show something. And right now we at round 2. If he does not outperform Yuki or doesn't even bring the car into points, but he was at Williams and brought a car into points right off the couch on the trailer, I think that's going to be a situation. Perez, Sargent right there. So we got a Williams car still hanging on the purple sectors 2 and 3. Verstappen just goes and claims sector 1 purple sector. So that's no secret, you know, Verstappen. So right now, Red Bull's coming through. They cleaning up. They say, we're going to take these sectors up. We're going to lay down the purple sector. So right now, Red Bull is out there showing that they are the strongest car on the grid and likely going to make another strong run at not only the driver championship campaign, but the constructor championship campaign right now. And that's going to put them up 3 back-to-back. And if they go 3 back-to-back, now we get to see, does Verstappen go ahead and equal up on Sebastian Vettel at Red Bull going 4 back-to-back quadruples. Still the youngest world champion is Sebastian Vettel. Max is not going to get that. But if they duplicate that as far as going back to back to back 4 times, that will put him on par with Sebastian Vettel, especially in the same team, Red Bull. Right there, he will equal Sebastian Vettel. That's Max's next goal. That's the next goal, as far as my perspective is for Max, is to go ahead inside Red Bull, prove that he is going to be the dominant driver in Red Bull history, and he has to first get by Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion at Red Bull. So he's got to go ahead and do that first. It's looking pretty positive for him in that direction, unless some things change, and things that could change are the teams develop, the W15 comes out, and who knows what it's going to be, but hopefully it's highly competitive. Ferrari get their situation together. I don't know if it's going to be a F1's 2015 or a SF 2024, whatever they plan to make that. We still got to see what they're going to be doing with their organizational positions. Some of those things have changed, just like a lot of things have changed at Mercedes. They've lost so many components with inside of their infrastructure that contributed to their success. It's not a secret, nor is it a slight at Mercedes that they're going through this. Every dynasty goes through it. Okay, you look at the Patriots. Where are they right now? They're not highly talked about. They're talked about as in controversy or debating whether Bill Belichick is still the coach he is without Tom Brady. He's still one of the best coaches in NFL history. But the Patriots as a team and a franchise are down. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. They've been down for damn near over 2 decades. Look at San Francisco. Okay. This is not uncommon in any level of sports, and Mercedes is not immune to that, nor will Red Bull be if they actually get up and going on a run such as that. So keep that in mind. We are going to start quality kickback trivia during and between Q1 and Q2. We'll get there. Now, I do recall Max smacking the wall here at Jetta at some point in time. I think that was that 2021? It might have been 2021 when he smacked that wall. But since then, I haven't seen him smack it, so hopefully he doesn't smack it and break up something. But if he does, it's because he's trying to push the limits and find out how far he could push that car. McLaren is just, oh my goodness, McLaren is just mute. Even if they weren't mute, nobody's talking about McLaren. Nobody's talking about McLaren. They're talking about McLaren, but they're not talking about McLaren. Everybody's on soft tires right now, but McLaren is having some issues. They're looking to hopefully, they had to DNF Oscar last race, so he hasn't even finished a complete Formula One race in a McLaren car. Now he's going to come out Jeddah, one of the probably the fastest circuit that's had some changes. We just saw Lando hit the wall, so they're going to have to bring that car in and check out that suspension and that push rod and the linkage and the wishbones, all of that stuff. But you got to get close to the walls on this circuit. You just have to. It's one of those tracks where you got to get close to the walls. You're riding the edge. It's a fast track. It's a fast circuit. And to me, there's a lot of blind points there. If something happens and you come around a certain corner, which is one of the reasons why they made some of the changes that they made to the circuit, so that hopefully the drivers can see a little bit further ahead and probably avoid an incident if it does lie up ahead. But there is still some sections right here. You got Ocon on his run, and you got, I think that was probably Stroll trying to do a damn power slide quick U-turn in the middle of the track, and right there, that could be dangerous, right? That could be dangerous if you got a track coming around right there and then, and they just T-bone another driver that's trying to do that. But that is what your radio's for. That is what your team on the pit wall are for, and they hopefully will give you a heads up that something is ahead, so slow it down to come through there, but they don't catch everything, and we've seen that. Just fortunately, it hasn't always ended up in some type of incident or an impact. So thankful for that. We don't want to see that. We want these drivers to be safe. Verstappen right now, purple sectors across the board, all right? Purple sectors across the board. Please do not forget, merch will be dropping soon. And also, got something coming for y'all. Got something coming. I'm going to announce it in a post. I'm going to announce the time. I'm going to announce the day. It's going to be a good time. It's totally brand new to our channel. We're going to be up in the game. We're going to be, upping our outreach and including others in the conversation. Okay, I'll say that, and I'll save the rest for the post. But I really would appreciate it if the Wolfpack fam show up and show out for that. They showed up and showed out for Wolves Den. Now, we had Wolves Den earlier yesterday evening with Nasha from Quick Stop F1, and it was fire. Y'all, the Wolves came up with some fire questions. Do you hear me? The Wolves came up with some fire questions. Woo, he spun that around good. I think that's Alonzo. I didn't catch the number, but came up with some fire questions, fire conversation. That episode is going to premiere Monday at 8:30 a.m., both audio and video podcast editions, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon, Google, Boomplay, anywhere that you could probably get a podcast, iHeartRadio, you can listen to it. That episode is going to be fire. Y'all did an awesome job at that. So looking right now, another Aston coming around. Alonzo is coming around there. Haas gets out of his way. And the Aston is running strong right now. He's running green. Hopefully these cars can clear out his way. Stroll will get out his way so Alonzo can continue on his route. Charging up a bit there, coming around that corner. And let's see that turn. Let's see turn 18 coming up. Let's see how he go. Now, turn 22 is where the doozy's been. Let's see what he does at turn 22. Turn 21, here comes turn 22. Let's see how he negotiates that. Boom, hits that wall close, comes around, bow. Nice, nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. I'm telling you, during free practice, that turn was like a boogie monster. It was a boogie. They was, oh my gosh, turn 22. They was over there like in chills. All right, right now, we have several drivers in risk of not making it out of Q1 into Q2. Those drivers, we got at the bottom, Sargent, Gasly, DeVries, Yuki, and Norris. Right now, those are the drivers in risk of not making it. Will Harris, big shout out. Alonzo, first victim to the spin cam. Yes, indeed, sir. He is the first victim to spin cam. Straight up. Maria Duncan, hey, Jay, just passing through to say I appreciate the good laugh this morning, listening to your version of Lewis F1 press conference. Hey, Maria, anytime I can get you a laugh to make your life a bit lighter and more happier, I'm just returning the favor for what you do for the Wolfpack family. Big shout out to you. We got a yellow flag out. Looks like Sargent's on the radio. Let's see what we got going on. So, yeah, we got a yellow flag right now on track. And these cars are going to be able to calm down just a little bit, chill out. We're going to see what they end up doing. And we are 4 minutes off from starting quality kickback trivia. So get your fingers ready, get your brains together, get your F1 acumen and knowledge intact, get your iPad, get your other phone, get ready to try to look them up because I know that's what y'all doing. Hey, and that's what you got to do. You got to use your resources in order to get these answers. And it looks like Albon is done, might be done. Oh, yeah, that wheel is definitely, oh, yeah, they definitely pulling that in. Definitely putting that in. We got another spin cam. X-Trax 38 just blessed 5 people with Wolfpack memberships. X-Trax 38 just blessed 5 people with Wolfpack memberships. When you see your name and you get notification you got this membership, you need to go ahead and download Discord so you can participate in all the fun things that the Wolfpack family does. I will be setting up a Zoom to go ahead. It will be for Wolfpack members only. I will be setting up a Zoom so we can come in there, talk about how to link up the Discord. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to post that video in the member section, and all members will be able to reference that video so that you can listen and hear how members link their Discords to the YouTube membership and gained access to the Discord group. All right, we're going to get that in. Spin cam is abundant. We got a spin cam fest going on right now. Logan Sargent, welcome to the spin cam. He saved it. DeVries saved it. Logan's just saved the car from being totally wrecked. Crash Tiffy would not have been able to do that. Crash Tiffy would not have been able to save that car. I am totally confident in saying that. No, Williams did not opt for the upgraded steering wheel. They still are working with the go-kart-like setup. Crash Tiffy would not have been able to save that. So on spin cam, we got Alonzo, we got DeVries, and now we got Sargent. We got 3 cars that we've caught on spin cam. Look at that. Everything is cleared up. Everything is good. They are right now working on that McLaren. It looks like there may have been some suspension damage. If not, they're just heavily inspecting it. We're going to see if they're going to be able to get that car back out on track so that they can try to get some laps in and some data collected. I'm not even trying to. McLaren is not here to make pole position. Just keep it real. McLaren is not here at all to make pole position. So if you were thinking that, you thought wrong. That's not happening. They're not making pole position. That just is not in their future right now, next week, especially next week, and the week after that. It's just not. They got a lot of things. They got a far bit to go. And that's kind of what's funny to me is that so many people are really harping on the Mercedes, and rightfully so, because Mercedes is a premier team, right? And a lot of people hate them because they're great, and a lot of people love them because they're great. And so you're going to get some verbiage from both sides, but you do realize Mercedes is not the only struggling team on the grid. Like Ferrari is the team of Formula One, and they're struggling like they never left 2022. McLaren is struggling like nobody's business. AlphaTauri is even seeming like they may be on the back foot. So there are so many other teams that are having issues. Like there are other teams to talk about other than Mercedes that are having issues. It's just that Mercedes is that, people still do this to look up at Mercedes. And when you still do that to look up at Mercedes, you don't see what's going on around down here. So we just got to keep thinking about that. We're about to see right now. Looks like who all's on track. We got Bottas, Piastri, Zhou, Albon, Stroll, Hulk, Mag, Sainz, Ocon, Ham, and Russell in 6 and 5. Alonso, Leclerc. We got Perez and Verstappen in 1 and 2. The Red Bulls are occupying that 1 and 2, and they're not playing with it. And right there it is, checkered flag for quali 1. And right there you have your 5 drivers who are in the drop-off zone who have not made it as of right now is Bottas, Norris, Yuki, De Vries, and Sargent. And I just talked glowingly about Sargent, and he's down there, out of there. He's out of there, and likely because of that spin, probably did not help him with that last bit of time. I'm not sure if he would have got out of there even then, but he's out of there. And AlphaTauri as a whole, I just was speaking about them having issues, having trouble, maybe being on the back foot. They didn't make it out of there. They didn't make it out of Q1. Neither driver made it out of Q1. But let's just put it in a little bit of context. Yuki placed above De Vries right there. So Yuki still leading the way in that team. De Vries not so much. And we did see De Vries spin out right there. Yuki jumps up out of the danger zone. Yuki jumps out of there and says, I'm going to Q2. I have to cut it like Cliffhanger and Sylvester Stallone. I got to cut it. And he cuts it. You got to cut it. You got to cut it. OT Genesis, cut it. Cut it. Them prices way too high. You got to cut it. Yuki cuts ties with De Vries, says, I'm up out of here. You got to stay down there by yourself, buddy. You got to grind and shine. Oh, man, Yuki sinking back. Bottas says, I want to be out of here too. I'm not trying to let Zhou show me up this season. Bottas says, no, Yuki, I got to climb on your shoestring, climb on your back, put my feet on your shoulders and push off, pushing Yuki down into the drop-off zone. Is there going to be anybody that's going to be saved? Albon joining Logan Sargent in the drop-off zone. So right there, the Williams team do not make it out of Q1 as of right now. De Vries is not making any movement right now. Norris does not make it out, but of course we know his situation. Piastri does make it out. So we're going to see how far Piastri makes it in the Q2. If he can make it out of Q2 into Q3, that'd definitely be an accomplishment for him. So that's what we got. I think we're pretty much done right there. So right there in the drop-off zone, they're not making it into Q2. We got Yuki, Albon, De Vries, Norris, and Logan Sargent not making it right there. That's what we got. Nothing's changing so far. I think they're pretty much done. And we're going to see maybe is Yuki trying to make another run, or does he have the ability to make it's a yellow flag. Yellow flag is a wrap. Yellow flag is a wrap. For sure, Red Bull, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Ferrari, all making it into Q2. So we're going to see how that goes. We are going to see how that goes. So listen, it is time. Let's get on to this first question. I'm going to write these names down. Let's see who's going to get it. It is Quali Kickback Trivia time. Quali Kickback Trivia time. It is time for Quali Kickback Trivia. Get your iPads ready. Get your iPhones ready. Your Androids ready. Get your books together. Get your mind together. It's time for us to see who's going to win the opportunity to spin for a $25 or $50 gift card. Here we go. The first question. Remember, you must answer with a super chat. If you answer without a super chat, it does not count, but you have helped others that can answer that question and steal it. And that would suck. So here we go. Here we go, and this would be fitting. What driver holds the record for most Grand Prix attended? I'm just giving you a gimme. This is just to test your speed. You should know this off the cuff. What driver holds the record for the most Grand Prix attended? If we don't make enough jokes about this, if you're not fast enough to get this answer, you're going to have a tough time in quality kickback trivia, because I got some fast fingers in the group. I'm trying to tell you, when I rattle off these questions, sometimes it's like pow, 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 pow. They come off with the answer. So here's the question once again. What driver holds the record for most Grand Prix attended? I'm telling you, when people put answers in the chat, that's an opportunity for you to steal it. You got to answer with a super chat. Somebody's all, boo, Will Harris says, I'm back. He said, I'm trying to go back to back. And there go the top three. So right there, we got Wildcat, Galacticus, both Extract 38, even with the right answer, but not faster than Will Harris. And Will Harris not faster than Jay London and Andre, but Andre and Jay London did not adhere to the regulations, and therefore they do not get credit for the answer. Will Harris might be trying to take it back to back. Will Harris, he's up 1 point. He's up 1 point. 1 point already. He's up 1 point already. Oh, trust me. I got the honey bun right here. I got my snack. I got my Q2, Q3 quality kickback snack right here. It's already on deck. I got it. All right. Here we go. Here goes another question. Here goes another question before these cars get out here on track. Here goes another question. All right. We're going to see who gets this. This opportunity. You let Will go 2-zip. Y'all trying to let this man walk away with the bag. Y'all trying to let him walk away with money. That would be 2 weeks that he's collected checks from Wolfpack Performance, collected gift cards from Wolfpack Performance. Here goes the next question. Big shout out to Sylvia Wick, giving shots out Mary Beanie. I saw you do the same earlier for that. Big shout out to you. Here we go. Little drummer, what's happening? Here we go. What driver has led the most laps in a single year? What driver has led the most laps in a single year? All right. Most laps in a single year. Overall, Formula One, not overall, most laps in a single year. Most laps in a single year. What driver has led the most laps in a single year? No. Some answers out there, but they ain't even answer with a super chat, so they don't count. They just might be helping y'all. No. Nope. Got a first official answer is Max, but that is also not true. Max does not hold the record for leading the most laps in a single season. Nope. That's not it. That is not it. Let's see what y'all got. Let's see what you got. Let's see who's going to get this answer. Most laps in a single season. Not overall, but most laps in a single season is what I'm looking for. All right, most laps in a single season. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see who does it. And that still is like in a year, in a season. All right, let's see who does it. Let me see who done popped up in here. Let me see, check these super chats. Let me check. So we got Galacticus said Max. That is incorrect. Racer X said Hamilton. That is incorrect. Will Harris, Sebastian Vettel. That is correct. And we got cars on track. And Will Harris is up 2 points. Is anybody going to stop this man? Sebastian Vettel with 739 laps led in a single season, not overall, but in a single year, single season, 739 laps he led. All right. Big shout out. And if you want to know who is second on that list, I will tell you that as well. Who is second on that list? Let me give that to you. Single season. All right. So you got not the fastest, but the most laps in a year. Most laps in a year. Second is fastest in a year. So you got Sebastian Vettel at 1, you got Nigel Mansell at 2, and you still got Vettel at 3 in 2013 with 684, and you got Schumacher at 4 in 2004, 683 laps. Max Verstappen comes in 5th, 2021 for 652 laps led. Lewis Hamilton doesn't come in until 8th and 9th. And then he also has 11th for both the 2020, 2015, and 2016 season. But the top dog up there is Sebastian Vettel. Will Harris, you are up 2-1 on people. You are up 2-1. We're going to hold the next question between Q2 and Q3. Y'all looking like y'all might be trying to let Will get up out of here with the bag. Will might be saying, boy, I'm about to French toast on y'all. He said, I'm trying to get that French toast cash. Jeez. Y'all better get fast at this. Damn, what's going on, Galacticus? What's up, Wildcat? Y'all usually faster than that. All right, here we go. Cars on track. Aston Alonso is on a flying lap. He's on a runner. Let's see what he's going to do. Aston Martin have definitely showed up this season, and they are showing out. They've showed up, and they're showing out. We talked about it, you know, all the variables that go in. It's also very ironic how I said that the three teams that did breach the cost cap seem to be doing fairly well this season: Red Bull, Aston, and Williams. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if that's just a translation that overspending, whether it be on catering or office furniture or third-party submissions, could possibly be a good thing, could possibly be a benefit to your team in the following season. So, no, it is Vettel. It is Vettel. It is Vettel with 739 laps in a year. It is Vettel. That is correct. Now, what I can tell you, if you want to talk about led laps by number of laps, it'd be Lewis Hamilton with 5,442 overall by number of laps. If you want to talk about kilometers, it'd be Lewis Hamilton with 27,705 kilometers. If you want to talk about by the number of GPs, it'd be 184 GPs. But if you're talking about number of laps led in a year, it's Sebastian Vettel 2011 with 739 laps. So, yes, that is correct. That is indeed correct. So, yes, here we go. Will Harris is 2 up. Right now, we on board with the Ferrari, trying to see what Charles is going to do, trying to see what Sainz is going to do. Can they come back? Are they going to be Christmas color complementary to Aston Martin with the green and red, which is a good thing coming around December? Maybe they can come out with some type of apparel together, you know, the Aston Martin Ferrari collection, you know, for Christmas. Maybe they're going to do something like that. But Ferrari are definitely having their situations. Right now, we got Alonso at the top. This is becoming a common thing at this point in time. For quali, for free practice, Alonso being in the top section of 3. Stroll is even 3rd right now. Stroll's 3rd. So listen, let me say this. I do not believe that majority of you all believe that at some point in time between last season, Stroll found some way that he conjured up a lot of race knowledge in himself, a lot of race pace. That's not true. It's not something to accurately believe. What is the big catalyst is the AMR 23, and Stroll is benefiting from that as well as Alonso is benefiting from that. Fast switch from Max Verstappen definitely messed up that lap. So right now, Alonso off track, purple sectors for 1 and 2. Max Verstappen still holding on to the 3rd, but those purple sectors in 1 and 2 are enough for Alonso to be number 1 right now in Q2. Shaw is number 2. Stroll is number 3. Haas at number 4 with Hulk is definitely something that I know they're probably proud about. Can he keep that, though? Will he stay there, though? Ocon at number 5. I definitely don't think he wants to finish out beneath Gasly. And I got a super chat. Wildcat says, I'm getting ready to set up and go live for my league race when quali is done. So no trivia for me today. No worries, bro. Big shout out. Enjoy your league racing. Go have a good time. By the way, we will be here next week since they will be off. We'll be here next week racing for the Wolfpack F8 Grudge Racing Series. If you want to participate, definitely reach out. My gamer tag is Wolfpack F1. Hit me up on the EA Platforms channel and send me a request. Now, listen, We had a situation that happened last time. I reached out to Young Bagambi. I reached out to the family, definitely trying to see what may have happened, because that's what I have to do. As a responsible race chief, I need to talk to all parties involved and try to see what happened, whether somebody got frustrated, pulled a brake check. But what I am pretty sure of right now, given the fact that I have not had communication or been reached back to, and what I have received from not only parties involved, but parties watching, that indeed there was really right now minimal to no fault with the other driver. Okay. So I could say that. Stop pausing. Definitely right now seems like there was no fault. And if you watch the video, he closed so fast. Either stop pausing had a bunch of nitrous in his car, or there was a brake check involved. And right now at this point in time, it would more seem like a brake check was involved. So if that is the case, and I do not hear from either party that I've reached out to about it, then I will have to react to that, and only rightfully so, given some of the things that have been brought up. And at least somebody's going to have to be missing at least one race. So I've really been trying to do my due diligence, reaching out, trying to talk to people, see what's going on. I know some people are like, oh, it's just a game. No, but it's a game. It's sim racing. But at the end of the day, people don't like to have their races messed up, and somebody's got to take responsibility for all of us to have a good time together. So, hey, it's all good, but we're trying to see what's going on. Right now, we got the Red Bull sparking it up. Perez coming around there, laying down the fireworks, laying them down. Alonso still holding on to that number one. Perez right now looking pretty good. That Red Bull is squatting. Trap 207 miles per hour from Perez. Sheesh. Running it up. Let's see what he does. He's number 2. Let's see what he does when he closes this out. Boof. P2. Perez P2. Right now, they got Max's car in the garage. Looks like they're trying to inspect something, work on something. I don't think he liked the way that rear end twitched. So I don't know what quite might be going on at the rear of that car, but definitely they're looking at it. What's going on? Nean Music, big shout out for the super sticker. Big shout out to you. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's going on, Blue Diva? What's up, Samaj? What's going on, X-Track, The Mechanic, Will Harris, Sean, Jay London. What's going on, Akondu, Mary Beanie for sure, Lish. I see you all. I see you. I'm saying what's up to the fam. Big shout out to you. What's up, Marciano? Who else we got in here? Michael Dixon, what's going on with you? I see you all. Big shout out to the fam joining us up for the quick. Oh, Max Verstappen is out of the car. I think Max Verstappen is done. He will be probably starting at the back of the grid. Yeah, he's done. Hey, Max Verstappen, Jetta does not like him much. It seems like Jetta does not like him much. Akondu says, big shout out for the super chat. Max starting in the back. Ha ha. Like the Bart Simpson character. Ha ha. Yeah, it's not going well for him. He started the back. Adrian Newey, what's going on? He going to engineer his way around that. Charles Leclerc also with I think a 10-place grid penalty. So wherever he finishes, right now he's in third. He'll be traveling on back. He won't stay up there. He's going to take that grid penalty. So he's going to have to travel on back. Right now, we are running out of time. And it seems that the 5 drivers that are going to be in peril, that are not going to make it into Q1, will be Verstappen for sure. He's going to be holding down that anchor at 15. Hulk fell from the heavens. He's got reality going on. Zhou might be joining Bottas together as a team, and Sainz right there. So we got Sainz, Bottas, Zhou, Hulk, and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen definitely not making it out of Q2. But yeah, those other drivers still have an opportunity to maybe change some things. Piastri is on the butt end of that train. He could fall into that train car of not making it into Q1, and he will be done. He will be stuck in Q2, which is some progression, but not really. So let's see what we got going on right here. Blue Diva says transmission went pop. Haas livid. Hey, you know what? His dad needs to stop all the damn crying. He crying about something all the damn time. He cried about Perez in the car. He crying about this is racing. Mechanical parts break. Why are you crying? Let me tell you why Haas is crying. He's crying because vicariously he lives his life through Max Verstappen. And if Max Verstappen ain't out there driving, he can't have the headsets on and feel like he's the one in the car. Sit your ass down, please. Sit down somewhere. You're an overzealous dad who didn't do much with your career, and your son's a champion. Your ass wasn't, and you're living through there so much that you become aggravating and annoying in social media and in the public. I'm just trying to tell you, Haas, sit down somewhere. Sit down with your domestic violence ass. Blue Diva transmission went pop. Spider 35 says, hold on, we got some super chats. Max transmission is gone. This track hates him. I said it too, bro. I said it too. Jetta do not like Max. It does not like Max. Galacticus, Alonso could be P1 when a bizarro world. Man, we in a bizarro world for real. Alonso P1. Now, let's be real about this. Let's be really real about this. Max Verstappen does not do good driving from the back. Now, we've seen him make comeback. Yeah, fastest car on the grid will help you out a lot. But he doesn't do great at it. He does not do great at it. So he's starting from the back. The car is fast as hell. It's fast, and Max is good. I'm still going to go out on a limb and say that even if he starts from the back, that by lap 20, Max is somewhere at the front. Max is somewhere at the front before lap 20. I think that's legitimate. Will Harris says, and they swapped Max's gearbox in FP3. They sure did. They sure did. So right there, we got another allocation going up. Another allocation for a change out. So we're going to be looking at the RNCs, the cassettes. So that's going to be something else. You don't get 8 of those like exhaust. Okay, there's like 3. So we're going to see how that goes for Max and Red Bull going further into the year. And these is where some of these things can start kind of affecting the outcome of races when you start having these penalties and these failures in these components. We don't know. Is Red Bull and AlphaTauri going to experience failures in their RNCs and their cassettes? Are they going to be experiencing failures on a routine basis, like every few races, where they're going to have to take penalties that are going to put them toward the back of the grid? There's not going to be a lot of fun times driving from the back. There's too many things to go through. Now, we have seen plenty of times that when Max comes through traffic, they act like Moses in the Red Sea and shit just parts apart and they let him through. Whereas Lewis Hamilton comes through, everybody's trying to be in the way. So we have seen that too. So he does have that aid. So right now, we got a minute left, just over a minute left in Q2, and Sainz, Zhou, Bottas, and Hulk right now are looking like they will not make it. Now, Piastri, you better stay on your job, bro. Stay on your drive and see if you can make it into Q1. That would be a very good accomplishment for you, given that you had an unfortunate event happen to you at the last race. To see you make it into Q1 and at least start mid up, top 10 in that grid placement order will be good for you. Good position. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that McLaren is going to keep you there with a Ferrari behind you, with an Alfa Romeo behind you, and Max Verstappen behind you. But everybody else, I think you'll be pretty safe with. And I even wonder, Piastri going to 7, though. Piastri going to 7. Lewis Hamilton 6. Stroll 5th. And Russell popping into the top 4. And not anymore, because Stroll says, I want it back, bro. Pushes Russell back to 5. That was very short-lived. Yeah, that just happened. that just happened. It happened that fast. That just happened that fast. Oh, my gosh. We are running out of time. They're going to make their last push here. I'm going to get my honey bun ready for going into Q1. Going to just put it down. I'm going to wait because we still got some quality kickback trivia questions to ask. Will right now is up 2-0. Nobody has gotten on the board. I'm trying to see, is somebody going to get on the board and challenge Will for this money? Will is like, I'm finna run away with some more money. He's going to get to spin again for a $25 or $50 gift card. Meanwhile, Perez on soft tires says, I'll take that #1 spot, while Max Verstappen, my bestest friend, my bestie in the whole world, the guy who shitted on me with perfume smelling crap last season, I'll take that since he's out. I'll take that. Now, this is the only time where Perez receives favor from Red Bull, when Max is not able and not to be on track. Now Perez can be spoiled a little bit. They can say, oh, Perez, we love you. Sergio, we love you. We love you. But when Max is on track, they ain't got no love for Perez. They ain't got no love for my dog. No love for him at all. None. Here comes Gasly. Gasly right now, Ocon performing better than Gasly. Gasly making it into Q1, though. We still want to see how that debacle's going to go, how those two are going to get along. Hamilton falling to 8. Woo! That was a quick drop, falling to 8. It's going to be honey bun time. Honey bun time. Honey bun time. I'm telling you, we're getting it in. We getting it in. Let's go. Q2. We got, like, who is this coming around? Is this Hulk? He's going to bring it in. Hulk is going to bring it in. I think Piastri is in the pits, so I don't think he's even worried about it. Ham's in the pits, so let's see where this is going to go. I don't assume. OG Zilla, Piastri doing something. I know. We was just talking about it. He doing something. He's out there. He made it out. Lando didn't make it out. Of course, he spun out, had some situations, but OG Zilla, yeah, Piastri doing something. Now, it's going to be interesting to see in the race what he does. Between DeVries, Piastri, and Sargent, I want to see what happens there. Let's see what happens there because they didn't fare too well last time. And I'm not holding Piastri for that entire situation, but DeVries definitely holding him accountable for his shit. Definitely holding him accountable. So Perez pushes Alonso to second, Leclerc third, Sainz, them Ferrari boys are 3 and 4. I haven't even really been able to call them Ferrari boys lately because they really ain't been doing that good. I'm trying to tell you. They ain't been doing good. Okay, so cars are off track. Here we go with the next question for Quality Kickback Trivia. Remember, you have to answer with a super chat. You got to be the fastest. Just because Will is up 2-0 does not mean you cannot steal this game back. You steal more questions by being faster than Will, by finding your information faster or accessing it faster and putting it in super chat form. Some of you would have had more points by now, but you didn't follow the rules and regulations. Unlike Red Bull, that's not going to get you a win here. Now, you can break the cost cap in Formula One like Red Bull and be winning like they winning now, but you got to follow the rules and regulations in Quality Kickback Trivia to be awarded points. So here we go. Here we go. Now, this one might throw some people off. And this might play in Will's favor because he's seeming like he got a plethora of knowledge or at least very good resources to find these answers. Here's the question. And the question is, what driver has the record for most laps led without a race win? Ooh. What driver holds the record for race laps led but without a race win? Damn, let's go. Now that one's going to be a doozy. That one's going to be a doozy. Who is it? Holds the record for the most race laps led but without a race win. Who is this driver? I know this one. I didn't expect this one to be a rate pop off. This one gonna take some people like, boop, 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 boop. Who is it? Who is it? Is what I want to know. Have you seen? Damn! Hang it up. Hang it up. Y'all hang it up. Y'all letting this man pull off a dynasty. Will Harris is about to pull off a Wolfpack Quality Kickback dynasty. Holy hell. 2 weeks going. Will Harris is right. It is Chris Amon. Amen. Chris Amon. Amen. Will Harris closing it out back to back. He will be spinning for a $50 or $25 gift card tomorrow during the live race highlights at finale lap. Will Harris about this money, y'all. And he know he done got his money. He's about his money. How y'all letting this man get this money from y'all? Will Harris, congratulations to you, bro. I will be spinning for you. Will Harris gets that. Damn, he went for a clean sweep. Will Harris went for a clean effing sweep. Oh, my gosh. I'm writing it down right now. Will Harris. Spin the wheel. Damn, congratulations, bro. We're going to see what you get. Hopefully he can get that big 50. He might get that 50 this time around. Will Harris might get that 50 ball this time around. Will Harris will be spinning tomorrow. Be here to see what he gets, how much money he gets. We got a lot of questions left on this sheet. I can go ahead and cross these out. We will use the next bit of these questions for the next quality kickback trivia. Now it is my time to enjoy my damn quality Q1 snack, and that's a honey bun. You can listen to me smack. How you love that? Oh my gosh, Will, man. Will bossing up on y'all. Y'all better get y'all game together. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all better figure it out. This free money Wolfpack giving out. Visa gift cards. Spend it where you want. This is free money I'm giving out. Who doing this? Show me another Formula One platform that's out here doing this, giving away this free money, having a good time doing qualifying. Come on, y'all. All you got to do is participate. You can use your phone. You even allowed to cheat, really. It ain't cheating. It's using your resources. Y'all tripping. Not dipping and slipping. Will Harris out here getting his money. He getting the money. He all about the cash. Cash fools. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, you better get it up. Was the money Will Harris got? I could probably buy 1,000 honey buns. OG Zilla. I bet we are going to see Red Bull's true pace tomorrow. Might look like Lewis and... Ooh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They got Max at the back. If there wasn't no other time they was going to turn this car up, it's going to be tomorrow. Today. It's going to be the day turning it up. They definitely going to turn it up for that. Because they want him to be able to make that. Oh my gosh. Listen. I'm just keeping it real. Do we know that the Red Bull is a fast car? Yes. Is it the fastest car on the grid at this point in time? Yes. But still, is there still something to be marveled at in the moment to see a driver come from the back of the grid to the front in under 20 laps and then win the race? Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, we could add all the variables in there that are very true. Fastest car on the grid. People are going to part the Red Sea. They're still going to live it up. Still going to be hyped up. Still going to be something to be hyped up. All right, we got Alonso on track. Alonso, purple sectors 1 and 2. Perez in the third. We're going to see what happens. Right now, we got Ocon and Gasly right behind each other. We got the Ferrari boys together. Hamilton breaks up the damn Alpine crew. Wildcat, turn it up. The PU going to pop. I like it. Wildcat said, go ahead. Turn it up to the max. Kill the car. I love it. DNF in the race. I love it. I ain't mad at that, bro. Look at little old Gasly. Little old Gasly trying to go up there to the top and live his best life. Not for long. Alonso says, sit your ass down. You don't belong up here. Get your ass out of here. Ocon says, you know I got to beat you, bro. I never want you to be better than me. Ocon second, Gasly third, Alonso first. We could possibly see an Aston Martin 1 and 2. For real. You have to think about it. With the pace that Aston has showed, is it possible Max starting from the back, although passing slower teams like Haas and Williams and Alpine, Alfa Romeo, will he be able to make up enough ground to catch Alonso and Stroll in two Aston Martin AMR 23s that have proven to have pace? That will be a question to see. And one to be answered. Will we see a Ferrari get up off their ass and start, get their head out of the sand and see something from them tomorrow? So either way it goes, even if they part, it's still traffic. Max has to make it through. Perez will still be up there by himself fighting if he even goes into slot 1, which I don't know if it is. Right now he's at 8. Alonso's back up there at the top. He's definitely not trying to let that go. Perez still has the fastest sector in sector 3. Leclerc splits it at 2, and Alonso now only holds it in 1. So there are a lot of things that we're going to see. I'm trying to tell you, but if there ever was an opportunity for them to put the full point and show everybody why they breached the cost cap, it's going to be tomorrow. They're going to show us tomorrow, y'all. Show us how Red Bull do what they do. That SF23 might have looked good at that shakedown for y'all, but it ain't doing crap in these races. Leclerc number 1 right now. I'm telling you, he not trusting Ferrari. Leclerc is not trusting Ferrari. He ain't feeling the Ferrari way. He requesting to speak to chairman. Fred Vasseur has been put in a very awkward situation with Ferrari. It's like almost like a rebuild situation. I don't think Charles is confident in them. Carlos is like, he's just living, his best life right now. Russell pops at 2. Ham at 4. Alonso at 3. Where the hell is Stroll's in the pits? Piastri's in the pits. Are they? I don't even think they're gonna bring. I don't even think they're gonna bring Piastri out. I think McLaren might cut their losses, leave Piastri in the pit, and be done with it. Let's not take a chance on ruining another car. He's in the top 10. That's good placement. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if he really does something, if they run him the whole time. But I don't think Piastri can do anything above 6. I honestly don't. I don't really think he can make it above 7. That's just me saying. I don't think at this point in time, the way this is going, I don't think Piastri has enough in that McLaren to break 7. If he does, I'd be surprised. And I'm not mad about being surprised. But I don't see it happening. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. Right now, he's got Perez, Stroll. Oh, Perez says, hey, let me flex my RB19 power. He goes to the top of the board. Fastest sectors 2 and 3. Alonso still having 1. Charles in 2 now. Russell in 3rd. Alonso 4th and Hamilton 5th. We don't care about nothing else. We don't care about nothing else right now. Yo, big shout out to anybody. Hit the like button. Just hit the like button. It don't take you nothing but one little click. Just hit the like button. It's that easy when you come in. Hit the like button. Although it's stuck at a very good number at 69, that's a very fair and equal opportunity number. Hit the like button. I mean, it don't cost you nothing. Come on, stop being stingy. Racer Reem says, even with a good car, I don't think Lance has it in him to make podium. I'm not mad at that. Even with a good car, Lance has shown improved numbers on the sheets. I don't think he's that much of an improved driver, more so than the car has improved, and he's benefiting from that, but he's still a good driver. He's in Formula One. He's still a good driver to some degree. But we're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm not inclined to want to debate or disagree with you on that at all. Not at all. I think you make a very fair point. Definitely not an Alonso. He's definitely not a Russell. He lives off the back of the fact that his dad owns a team. So he probably has a lifetime legacy contract to be a driver there. And that's where he's benefiting from. I do think I would have liked to see Felipe in that car the first couple races of the season to see what he would have done first, maybe even up to race 3, and then see Stroll come back after 3, and then see a compare and contrast between Stroll and Drugovich. That would have been my ideal situation to have watched unfold at the beginning of this season. But it didn't happen. Credit to Lance. He fought back, went through the procedure, went through therapy, went through rehabilitation enough to make it back, although showing us some signs of muscle and wrist fatigue in that first race in Bahrain during the free practice and quali. He still made it, finished the race, as painful as it was the Monday after, and now he's back again. So I don't want to take anything away from him to fight for his job, which is what he did. Fight to be in the seat that he literally owns via his dad. But still, I think it's something to be said to have seen Drugovich lay out a good body of work for 3 races to get an idea of what he may be for Aston Martin when Alonso walks out the door. And then to see Lance come back and see like, whoa, that was a big difference from you just having a contract because your daddy gave you one and somebody having a contract because they literally can drive better than you. So I would have liked to see that play out, but we didn't get to. So we don't get everything we want. We don't get everything we asked for. And right now, what we have is Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Alonso, and Stroll in the top 5. Hamilton not, Ocon not, Gasly definitely not, Sainz not. Ferrari is falling apart. It was so many times last season where we would see Ferrari 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, like they were usually right there together. And we're just not seeing that even in this second race. So I'm interested to see how this is going to close out. Will the Ferrari boys be closer together in grid placement? Or are they going to have this gap of other teams between them, which will speak toward the drivers because Ferrari's not developing a car toward one driver or the other. I don't believe they're with the Red Bull theme. Red Bull definitely do that. Mercedes are not doing that. Aston Martin's not doing that. So I don't know of another team that heavily does that as much as Red Bull probably does. And we've seen that much as to Perez's comments and his performance just kind of like blatantly all of a sudden just disappearing like he can't drive a car anymore. So we'll see what happens. But this is where all the chips get pushed to the center of the table, where we get to see who has what it takes, who's going to get a good position, who can take that good position and convert it into race win. Or even good points, good driver championship points. Like that's good for some of these teams. You got to understand, some of these teams to be in the top 10 is like miraculous. Like they are livid about that. All right, here we go. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. It's time. It's game time. Q3, here we go. Let's see who's popping. Let's go. Sainz wrapping it up. Let's see what he could do in that SF23. Supposed to be the number 2 challenger, but not so much right now. Ooh. Yeah. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a horrible situation. That could have been worse, but it wasn't bad. All right, Alonso flying around here. Let's see what he's going to do. I want to see if Alonso's going to crawl out of that 4 and go ahead and go back to the top, push Perez to second. If Perez gets behind Alonso, I don't think there's going to be much to see. Now, if Perez is behind Alonso, that could be interesting because we know Perez, MOD, Minister of Defense. I want to see how he's going to defend that position against Alonso in an AMR 23 who's been showing us that I'm coming to the party, who has arrived at the party. Not I'm coming. Aston Martin is at the party. They have showed up fashionably late. Alonso going to number 2 right behind Perez. Perez laying down a fast, nice segment in Sector 1 purples. So far, Perez laying down purple segments in Sector 1. Got a yellow. So we're going to look to see if he's going to take this from Stroll. Stroll has the fast Sector 1. Perez still has 2 and 3. So let's see what happens. Perez, Stroll's going to be out. Alonso out. Oh, yeah. I want to see what's going to happen. Damn, here it is. Perez still in number 1. Alonso number 2. Charles number 3. Ooh. How, man, Russell 4. I want to see them finish this. Oh, my gosh. He's pushing. He is pushing. DRS wing is cracked and open. Ooh, Ferrari jumping to number 2, pushing Alonso to 3. Russell still at 4, Stroll at 5. Right now, Russell's between an Aston Martin sandwich. Maybe it becomes the Mercedes Martin. Stroll 6. Dang, there it is. We still got segments popping up, but it is done. It is done there. It is a wrap. Perez starting in front. Perez grabs pole position. Charles second. Alonso third. Russell fourth. Sainz fifth. Stroll seventh. Hamilton falls to eighth. Ocon seventh. Damn. Piastri ninth. Welcome to Q1, Q3. And Gasly 10 behind Ocon. I want to see where that ends up tomorrow. Damn, Perez, congratulations, bro, on your pole position. Red Bull, first 2 rounds, either of them grabbing, Red Bull grabbing pole position. This is the only time you're going to see Red Bull favor Checo in quali and briefly in the race tomorrow. All right. They're going to favor him briefly in the race tomorrow until Max can get position, and then they're going to switch the cars. That's something that Red Bull does. Other teams need to learn how to do. Listen, by no means is Red Bull looking to fully support Perez winning the race tomorrow. They're not looking to do that. They're looking for Perez to hold it down in the event. Max, for some reason, whether that be mechanical failure, an incident, or he just can't drive through traffic as well as they thought, to hold it down for Red Bull. Once Max pops up in the top 3, Perez is going to be instructed. He will be instructed before he gets to the track. When Max Verstappen is in your mirror, you will begin to get ready for team orders of changing places. Max is our championship driver. We will get him as many points as we can in the championship driver campaign. And the only time you will collect these points is if Max is nowhere close or he's not even on track. Blue Diva, Karen had to force a smile for Perez. Did you see him like, that's how he was. That's how Christian Horner was. Oh, shit. It was hard as hell. Like Christian Horner working the smile up was like repping 135 pounds on a straight bar. It was like, He had that I got to take a shit face. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. He really does not like that. He really does not like that. It's crazy. Oh, my gosh. That was wild. That was wild. This is funny. Oh, my goodness. Matter of fact, let me look at something. Oh, yeah. Bahrain. Lewis Hamilton finished 5th. George Russell finished 7th. So, I mean, people just like to say dumb shit. They just like to say dumb shit. Lewis Hamilton finished ahead of Russell in the race results last race. Race results. The end of the race. You know what that is? When they drop the checkered flag and the race is over, then they go ahead and take the place where you are. Lewis Hamilton finished 2 spots above George Russell. So, I mean, I don't know when Russell's like this season. You know, people just like to say dumb stuff. It's just so funny. It's ridiculously funny. But yeah, that's qualifying. That's what we got. Here it is again. Red Bull snatching pole position via their other driver in Sergio, who we didn't know if he's going to be there because he got crapped on. I'm happy for Perez. I'm glad he got that. It's just unfortunate that he's only going to get the shine when Max is not on time, all right? As long as Max is on time, and rightfully so, because that's how, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're going to be that way, you need to call the shots that way. If you're trying to split points between your driver, at the end of the day, as a team, you're doing well. But as far as trying to find a driver and your strong driver to be a champion, you're not putting either one of them in the best position. And that might be okay for you. You know, I don't know how that rides with them, but Red Bull have made a decisive and clear decision that they will always favor on the side of Max as their championship driver and make sure he gets the points to support him in that campaign. And Russell and Sergio Perez will get what he can get in order to put him as high up as he can be right there and then. Evidently, not so much support last season as Max said he was going to, but he still made top 3. And I think for Red Bull, they consider that a success for the Minister of Defense and Checo Sergio Perez. That is what I would say about that. And that is that. That is qualifying. And I'm going to see you here for race day. I'm going to be making these waffles. I'm going to go get my ingredients today. I'm making a different waffle. I will post the waffle up I will post a poll to see which waffle you think I'm making. I will make it, then post a picture and see who was right about how I was feeling. What kind of race day waffles did I want? So be on guard for that. That is coming very soon. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get them done tomorrow morning because the race is a little bit later in the day. So we gonna do that. So I'm gonna get up, get my thing on, maybe get my workout in, something like that. Then it's time to make them waffles. So big shout out to everybody joining in for Kickback Quali. Big shout out to Will Harris again, winning back-to-back Quali Kickback Trivia. We're going to be here tomorrow live. Join us. All right, we still popping bottles if Mercedes makes podium, but it's not looking like that's going to happen at least tomorrow. Who knows about the round 3, round 4, round 5, and round 6. We'll see. Aston Martin is definitely at the party. I'm not counting Alonso out to win this race tomorrow, given what he did last race. George Russell at 4. We'll see what happens. Does he fall back? Maybe. Perez could still take this race away. Still, I'm going to be looking at Max Verstappen to see if he's going to work his way through the grid. That's still going to be very interesting to see. So all of that stuff I'm looking to see and go into. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that there it goes. So it is what it is. People gonna hate when they hate. But listen, appreciate. I will see y'all soon. See y'all tomorrow. Big peace. I'm out of here.